Hello everyone, welcome to class 10 of Kerala PSC HSA English. Let's discuss on William Butler Yeats' poem A Prayer for My Daughter. It was written in 1919 and published in 1921 as part of Yeats' collection Michael Roberts and the Dancer. It is written to Annie, his daughter, with Georgie Hyde, whom Yeats married after his last marriage proposal to Morgan, which was rejected in 1916. Yeats wrote the poem while he was staying in a tower at Thor Baileili during the Anglo-Irish War, 2 days after Annie's birth on February 26, 1990. This poem reflects Yeats's complicated views on Irish nationalism, sexuality, and is considered as an important work of modernist poetry. The poem contains 10 stanzas of 8 lines each, 2 rhymed couplets followed by a quatrain of enclosed rhyme. The rhyme scheme is AA, BB, CD, DC. The poem follows a metrical structure that alternates between iambic pentameter and trochaic pentameter. This poem is a prey-like poem, and it generally tells about the poet's ideas about his daughter, who is sleeping at the same time while the poem is being told. Throughout the poem, the Yeats reflects that how he wants his daughter's future should be. So let's see the poem, A Prayer for My Daughter. Once more the storm is howling, and half hid under this cradle hood and coverlid, my child sleeps on. There is no obstacle but Grigory's wood and one bare hill, whereby the haystack and roof levelling wind, bred on the Atlantic, can be stayed. And for an hour I have walked and prayed because of the great gloom that is in my mind. The child sleeps very calmly and innocently amidst the howling storm outside. The storm stands for the dangers that lurks in the external world, and the cradle here acts as a protection for the child, but still those protections are very limited. So that's why Yeats couldn't settle down his mind, because there is a storm inside his mind too. He's very much upset and worried about his child's upbringing. The wind bred in Atlantic has no obstacles except the estate of Lady Grigory, referring to the poet's patroness, and a bare hill. The direct impact of the wind, meaning to the force of the outside world, especially on his daughter, worries the poet. So, because of this great gloom, he walked and prayed for his daughter to be protected from the physical storm outside and the political storm brewing across Ireland. I have walked and prayed for this young child an hour, and heard the sea wind scream upon the tower, and under the arcs of the bridge, and scream in the elms above the flooded stream, imagining in excited reverie that the future years had come, dancing to a frenzied drum out of the murderous innocence of the sea. So, in this stanza, the poet describes the things while he was praying for his daughter. He walks for an hour and notices the sea wind scream upon the tower, under the arcs of the bridge, in the elms above the flooded stream. So they all probably represent the dreaming of the human beings. And they are, something very imaginative and deceived. They are all about the present things and they block people from thinking about the future events. So we have already said that it's worries about the future uh, of her daughter. So he hears the sea screaming upon the tower, under the bridge, and elms above the flooded stream. The poet is so much anxious about his daughter, and that can be seen from the onomatopoeia word scream and the flooded stream. Also, it refers to the great flood in the Bible. So, due to his haunting fear, he imagines that the future coming out of the sea and dances to the frenzied drum refers to war and bloodshed. And in the last line of this stanza, the poet employs paradox, murderous innocence to contrast the world and his daughter, which also recalls the images of the blood dimmed tide in the second coming. May she be granted beauty and yet not beauty to make a stranger's eye distraught, or hers before a looking glass for such being made beautiful overmuch, consider beauty a sufficient end. Lose natural kindness and maybe the heart revealing intimacy that chooses right and never find a friend. So in the third stanza, he prays for her beauty, but not too much beauty. There is no need of too much. He considers the beauty as a deceive element for choosing the right person to marry. No, there is a concept that those who are very good looking will also be good in their mind. He emphasizes that too much beauty may cause her lose the natural kindness. She will be so proud about her beauty, and that might prevent her from revealing the intimacy and may not get or may not become a true friend. So it prays that his daughter should get some beauty, to be gifted with beauty, but at the same time he doesn't want her to be over beauteous, to make to distraught or makes her independent on her beauty for makes her dependent on her beauty for everything. He doesn't want her to be so much proud or vain that she spends all the day staring at the mirror and beautifying herself and fails to have natural companionships. She should know people, she should be with people to make good bonds and relationships. So the poet might imply that too much beauty is dangerous. Everything too much is dangerous. In that case, beauty is also comes under that category, and he wants her to be beautiful enough to get a good relationship, to secure a good husband. She should be faithful and true to other people.